Have you ever noticed something strange? Every generation looks at the one before it and thinks they were so stupid. They believed strange things. They followed outdated rules. They trusted people they should never have trusted. And we sit here thinking, wow, we would never be like them. But here is the disturbing part. One day, another generation will look at us the same way. They will laugh at what we believed. They will question what we accepted. They will wonder how we could be so blind. And maybe they will be right. Every generation believes it is smarter than the last, not because it actually understands everything better, but because it came later. And coming later feels like proof. We have smartphones. They had letters. We have Google. They had libraries. We have AI. They had calculators. So we assume we are more advanced. But having better tools does not always mean having a better mind. A stickman holding a telescope is not automatically an astronomer. A stickman holding a calculator is not automatically a genius. And a human holding the internet is not automatically wise. This is the mistake humans make again and again. We confuse progress with superiority. We think history is a staircase. Ancient people at the bottom, modern people at the top. But history is not a staircase. It is a mirror. Every age looks ridiculous after enough time has passed. The ancient world thought the earth was the center of everything. Kings believed power came from heaven. Industrial societies believed factories would make everyone prosperous. The early internet generation believed more information would make people wiser. And now, we believe data, science, technology, and AI have made us harder to fool. But what if that is just our version of the illusion? The scariest thing about humans is this. We can see the blind spots of the past, but not our own. We look back and ask, how could they believe that? How could they allow that? How could they not see the truth? But they were not walking around thinking, we are wrong. They thought they were normal. They thought they were reasonable. They thought they were modern, just like us. That is the trap. Every generation has beliefs that feel obvious now and insane later. Maybe future humans will look at us and say, why did they stare at screens all day? Why did they measure human worth by productivity? Why did they trust algorithms more than their own attention? Why were they so connected, but so lonely? Maybe they will not be shocked by our lack of intelligence. Maybe they will be shocked by what we called normal, because the future does not judge us by what we knew. It judges us by what we refuse to question. Progress is real. Medicine improved. Technology advanced. Knowledge expanded. But progress has a dangerous side effect. It makes us arrogant. When humans improve one part of life, they start believing they have improved every part. Better machines? We assume better minds. More information? We assume more wisdom. New language? We assume better morality. But history does not move from stupid to smart. It moves from one illusion to another illusion, with better decoration. Every generation solves something, and every generation breaks something else. The industrial age solved production, but created mass exhaustion. The digital age solved distance, but created distraction. Social media solved self-expression, but created comparison at scale. And the AI age may solve productivity while destroying meaning. That is the pattern. Every age wins something, every age loses something, and every age pretends the loss is not important, until the next generation points at it and says, how could they not see it? We love mocking the past because it makes us feel safe. If they were foolish, then we are wise. If they were manipulated, then we are free. If they were blind, then we are awake. But maybe we are not awake. Maybe our manipulation just looks cleaner. Old propaganda had posters. Modern propaganda has personalization. Old control used fear. Modern control uses convenience. Old illusions were shouted by rulers. Modern illusions are whispered by recommendation systems. The shape changed, but the human mind stayed the same. We still follow crowds. We still defend our tribes. We still believe confident people. We still choose the truth that makes us feel superior. And that is why every generation is easy to fool, especially the generation that believes it cannot be fooled. Here is the uncomfortable truth. A generation can become more intelligent and less wise at the same time. Intelligence asks, can we build it? Wisdom asks, should we? Intelligence asks, how fast can we go? Wisdom asks, where are we going? Intelligence gives humans power. Wisdom decides whether that power destroys them. And this is where modern humanity should be careful, because we have more information than any generation before us. But we are not necessarily calmer. We are not necessarily deeper. We are not necessarily kinder. We are just faster. And sometimes, being faster only helps you run in the wrong direction more efficiently. So maybe the real question is not, were past generations stupid? The real question is, what are we stupid about right now? What belief do we treat as obvious that future humans will find insane? What system do we defend because everyone around us defends it too? What habit is destroying us while we keep calling it normal? Because the smartest generation is not the one that laughs at the past. Anyone can do that. The smartest generation is the one brave enough to question itself. Every generation thinks it is smarter than the last because it mistakes inheritance for superiority. It inherits knowledge and calls itself wise. It inherits technology and calls itself advanced. It inherits the mistakes of the past and assumes it will not create new ones. But we are not the final version of humanity. We are just another chapter, another draft, another generation, waiting to be judged. And maybe the most intelligent thing we can say is not, we know better than them. Maybe it is, what are we wrong about right now? Because the moment a generation believes it has finally understood everything, that is the moment history starts laughing.